talking about mainstream anime. And Britt mentioned a bunch, which I forget, but I'm gonna guess and probably be right because I'm just the ones popping here are the most popular ones. They're probably gonna be some of the ones she mentioned, but um, I mean, I like some of them, like Full Metal Alchemist, Trigun, Bleach, and all that. It's like I like those series. I know the Full Metal Alchemist manga just finished, and like the anime had beginning and end and stuff, and that's what I really like a series to have, is like the beginning and the end, and not just because they started it once and they eventually stopped making it. I want them to know what the, I'm probably using my wrong hand, so this should be beginning and this should be end. I'll try to remember to do that and like reverse so I don't have to mirror my thing. Anyway, beginning and end is what I want to have. And like I said, I don't want it just end eventually, because everything will eventually have an end on Earth. Things are finite in this world. Weird philosophy there, but not weird philosophy, but weird injection of philosophy. Anyway, I want this thing right here, this end, to be in mind and knowing what it is when this thing happens, the beginning. I want them to know what's in between here. I mean, fillers happen sometimes, but I want them to know this all here when they start it, because that makes it better. When they know what they're doing with it the whole time, and they know where it's going, and they know what the end goal and how it's going to end is. For a while, I was against what I would call like the long series that go on for hundreds and hundreds of episodes. That's why I was really reluctant to start watching Bleach and start reading Bleach. But eventually I did. I got into it, and reluctantly, of course, but I saw that it was a good story and stuff. And yeah, because my thing against the long series is, unlike Trigun, unlike Fullmetal Alchemist, we are now proven, unlike so many other series that are the shorter ones and they know where they're going, the longer series like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably, I don't know, like most of these I don't watch. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, every time I go to like a used bookstore or a thrift store lately, there's like 6 or 7 VHSs of DBZ, and if I was a fan, I'd be loving that, because they're like 99 cents each. But so go look, probably wherever you are, there's some DBZ VHSs sitting in, because this has been like different towns, different stores, so yeah. Anyway, the thing that they're doing is they're making money. They keep making more, and it's just marketing, and there's merchandise, and there's all this junk. I mean, I'm saying junk because I don't like this stuff, but it's like marketing. You see it everywhere. You hear about it. It's Pokemon and stuff. And I'm sure some people love these series, but I like something deeper most of the time. Something with a deeply ingrained storyline that, even if it has a few episodes that are completely unrelated to the main story arc. Yes, this is the beginning. Yeah, the main story arc. It still has somewhere where it's going. And that's what I want from a series. And some mainstream streams have it, and it seems like Bleach is kind of coming towards an end, and I think it's going to end after this whole storyline that it's doing with, I won't say it because some of you probably haven't seen it and I don't want to spoil things, but yeah, that's really my thought on mainstream. I mean, some of them, like, I end up mentioning Full Metal Alchemist in like pretty much every video. I mean, it was my gateway that got me back into anime, so, but because I think the story suffers when it's just a big, long, marketed thing, and it's more like, how can we keep going? How can we go? Like, say, wow, brain fart, Cowboy Bebop. There was talk, like, some people start talking about whether or not they want more. I don't think I want more. I mean, I could see if they made more movies that are, like, more stories that happen within the story arc that already exists, but I really don't want them to try to start making more and like after the storyline, because it ended with where they wanted it to, and that kind of gives the example because they knew where they were going the whole time. And I'm gonna stop because I'm ranting, but I kind of agree with what a few of us have said so far. I don't remember like the individual videos exactly what they said, but I think most of us are kind of like, there's more out there than the mainstream. I mean, it's good stuff for like gateway, and it's really like marketed to get the taste on people's tongues and see what it's like. But there's more out there, and I think some of the best stuff is some of the stuff that a lot of people don't know about. So go watch something you've never heard of.